background. It's one of my neighbours mowing the lawn. Almost at all times, one of my neighbours or even my dad has to be doing some form of like garden work or just using a power tool. Or even the other day, I think there was like full construction going on. I don't know on what, but I kept hearing stuff like crashing and falling, and like it sounded like a digger. It's just constant. It's just what it is, I guess. I haven't uploaded in like 2 weeks because I had a plan, I had a project. Basically, I finished the frog cardigan, and then when I finished it, I didn't have anything else that I was working on because I was waiting for wool to arrive. And a few days after the video went up, the wool did arrive, so I was able to start. And I thought I was going to be able to have a project finished within like 2 weeks or something. It was supposed to be finished on Saturday, so I had been recording and preparing for that. However, I ended up not liking it, and I made it wrong. Like, I made the thing wrong, so I had to start again completely. Like, I've undone at least half of it. I'm using the other half still to like get measurements correct. So, but I wanted to upload something just for consistency's sake, and I guess just talking a bit more. I said I wanted to make this channel to like talk more because I talk to myself a lot, so I should do it to a camera. And I like watching videos of people just crocheting or knitting and talking, so let's do one of those, I guess. I have my piece here. It's the beginning of the project redone. I'm not super far into it. I started it yesterday and I only got a bit of the way through. Yeah, I got like most of the ribbing done yesterday, and then today I was gonna do more, but then I felt like painting, and I was like, I can make a video about painting, but then I hated the piece I made. So that's cool. So just like the theme of this week is me trying to do stuff and trying to do more than I'm possibly capable of, and it just not working and backfiring on me. Let me start again. Let me start the story from the beginning. I started the project. It's a vest with a picture of a frog on it in a wizard hat. It's called the Wizard Forg vest. It's by Rotido Handcrafts on Instagram. They're great. She's great. I will eventually have a video on it. I'm just figuring out how to do it now, because it's like, do I use all the footage from the time it failed? Do I include that? Do I make 2 parts where one it's like, haha, I failed, and the next is like the redemption? So I don't know. But yeah, basically what happened with it is my gauge was off. Like, my gauge was smaller than what the pattern said it should be. So I tried to be smart and do all this maths to get it to be like correct. And to be honest, I was correct. My maths, I'm pretty sure it was right. I just didn't think about the dimensions of the piece properly, because I generally take into consideration like how long something is. That's important. I have a long torso, so this vest was already cropped, and I just had to make sure that it would like go far enough down on me. But I don't think about the width too much, and also the piece was in inches. I'm used to centimeters, and I just was too lazy to check, or I did check but didn't think about it too much. Because like, if you're going for an oversized look, the width of a piece, as long as you fit in it, it doesn't matter too much, you know? So I was used to like, no, just checking that that was wide enough for my body, and then being like, yeah, whatever, like this size seems good. But because it's a vest and not a jumper, it didn't have sleeves, obviously. So when I finished making the piece, it was way too wide, and it came out like this, and then it was like right angles in here. So I had so much space here, and it just was not it. It was just bad. So yeah, at first I was thinking about like sewing it to be correct, and like, because I could have done that, and then I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy new wool and start again. But when I was thinking about this, I like called my mum, she was at work. I'm like, can we sew it? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, what if I just bought new wool? Because I think there's some other stuff that's wrong with the piece. And I just want to start again. And she goes, you could just undo it so you don't have to buy new wool and wait for it to come. I'm like, no, I don't want to undo it. And I literally was like crying because I hate being wrong. So I undid it. It took me like an hour to undo the front piece just because changing colours so much. It's a tapestry piece. It was a lot. So yeah, this is the ball. So yeah, redoing that. That's where I'm at. And it's really it is frustrating. It's really frustrating because like it's 2 weeks of my life pretty much that I've like pretty much dedicated to this vest, which like isn't much, and also it's a vest, like get over yourself, Emily. But at the same time, it's still, that's a lot of time. Like I told my dad and he was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry you have to, like, you messed that up and you have to start again, like that must suck. And that was weirdly empathetic for him. I'm not good at being wrong. I'm not good at making mistakes, and not in the way that like, I don't mean that as in like I'm not good at making mistakes as in I don't make mistakes. I make mistakes. I just don't like admitting them a lot of the time, or going back and restarting to avoid the mistakes. If I do mess up something, I would generally just try and like fix it from there. Like oh, I can fix it from, like, oh, I messed this up like 3 lines ago. Ah well, if I do this now and then do this in a bit, it'll all work out fine. Like that's how I normally want to approach things. But this, you can't fix something being too wide without just starting again, you know, at least in crochet, you know? So that's where I've been at. That's why there's been no upload, and that's what I've been doing in terms of like crochet, knitting stuff. I haven't done any knitting since the cardigan actually. It's just been crochet. All my projects are crochet now, which is a bit, I want to do some knitting. I like knitting a lot. And I did find a pattern that I kind of want to do, but at the same time it's like, it is a sweater and I'm wary of doing a big sweater during like summer, because that'd be like, it's like just having all that wool and stuff on you, it's gonna be super sweaty. And also because the pattern was like, the piece was knitted from top down, so you eventually have just one big bit, and that'd be quite heavy, especially when you're putting on the sleeves. So I don't know. I also want to try and make my own knitting pattern because I think that'd be fun and a cool challenge for me to do. So once I finish at least one of these crochet projects, maybe 2, I'm going to try and do that. What I'm thinking of is a sweater, but with like a picture on it as well, because one of my friends, they did this like amazing knitted sweater with a picture of Gromit from Wallace and Gromit on it. I don't have a picture because I think it was just on their story. Oh, I know. I don't know if I should include a picture. But anyway, just, it's amazing. And I loved it so much, and I wanted to make a sweater like that. And they used a pattern for theirs, I think. I don't know where they got it from, but I want to be cool and different and make my own pattern. So what I'm thinking of, as I said, this is a sweater, but then for the picture I want to do like Paddington Bear, because I love Paddington. The movies, I've only really watched the movies that came out like a few years ago. It's 2 of them, Paddington 1 and 2, but they're like some of my favorite movies. I love them so much. It's like them and Twilight and Fantastic Mr. Fox and Spider-Verse, comfort movies, you know? Like, oh, he's just such a sweet little guy. Like, he's just a little guy. And he's got a little raincoat, and oh my god. If you haven't seen the Paddington movies, you seriously have to. They're just so wholesome and so good. Like, they're literally the best. In the second one, spoilers, but it's also in the trailer for the movie, he goes to prison because he's framed. And he starts a bakery. He makes a bakery in prison and they all become friends and it's very nice. Yeah, and I always cry at Paddington too. Makes me, like, happy tears. It just makes me so emotional because everyone in the movie, well, not everyone, but like Paddington just like makes everyone around him become such better, like become better people and become kinder, and everyone is just so kind and nice, and yeah, it just makes me so happy. But yeah, I want to do a picture of him with his little raincoat and hat, and I think it'd be cute, but I'm figuring out how the best way to like draw up the pattern for the picture would be, because like you need like a grid with the lines and stuff so you can see which stitches, but I just haven't figured out or found a super convenient or efficient way of doing that. So I don't know, I haven't looked into it for a while because I've been preoccupied with other stuff, but yeah, that's another interesting thing. More personally, I tried dyeing my hair last night. I wanted to like bleach it and then dye bits pastel pink so I had like cool streaks, because like I've got this bit going on which I haven't, obviously the roots need touching up, but I haven't decided if I'm bothered to yet. But like I've seen a few people more recently where they just have like streaks of colour on top, like, you know, skunk hair, you know, and I wanted to do that because I'm trying to grow my hair out. But I've conditioned myself to change my hair once a month, and for a while what I was doing was cutting it, but obviously you can't cut it while you're trying to grow it out, so I'm like, if I dye it, that'll be my fix. But the thing is, I was bleaching it, but I dyed it brown, well, it turned out black, but it was meant to be brown like a month ago using box dye, and that shit just wouldn't lift. So normally this down here, this is like from a round of 30 minutes and then another round of 15 minutes to get it this blonde, but I was like, I did my hair and then I like looked at it like 20 minutes later and I couldn't see any difference, and I was just like, alright, cool, the box dye isn't lifting, this happens, I should have expected this, like I did this to myself. So I washed it out and it's just kind of gone this slightly lighter brown, so now it just looks like I have like highlights or like sun lightning, and it's fine, it's cute, whatever. I kind of do want to try and bleach it again because it's like it was kind of working, so eventually we'll get there. But my mother would go, Emily, leave your hair alone, not in like a, oh, I hate coloured hair way, you know, oh my god, I'm worried for your scalp way. But I'm fine, my hair's literally fine. Like, yeah, as someone, one of my pet peeves is when like people will comment or talk about people who have like coloured hair being like, oh my god, how does it not fall out? And it's like, if you're just using semi-permanent colour, which most like colours like pink, blue, purple, whatever are, it shouldn't be damaging your hair. Like most of those dyes are going to be ammonia free, which is like completely fine for your hair. So I used to change my hair colour all the time. Like I used to have it all bleached and coloured. Everyone who subscribed to this channel knows me in real life, so you know this. But like people would ask me, oh my god, how does your hair not fall out? You change it every month. It's like, yeah, because I don't bleach it every month. It just, I dye it the colour, it washes out, and then I dye it again, and no damage is done. And I get people commenting that on like other people's videos, and it's just like, you know nothing. You know nothing. And that's not to say colouring your hair fancy colours doesn't damage your hair at all, because like obviously it does. Like my hair is dark and I'm dyeing it like pink. The amount of like, and then if I dye it like a light pastel colour, the amount of like bleach I have to put in it, yeah, that's gonna damage it. But you just do a bit of good hair care and like you're fine. You're fine. What the hell? Yeah. Just don't bleach it all the time. Just wait. You're supposed to wait 6 weeks between every time you bleach your hair. I don't do that because it takes at least 2 goes to get my hair light enough to do anything with. But like once I get it to the lightness I need, I won't touch it for like 6 months maybe, depending on how I'm feeling, you know. I started watching Squid Game yesterday because I'd seen everyone on TikTok talking about it, and I like to know what people are talking about. I like to understand their little jokey jokes. It's pretty interesting. I haven't like watched or been proper hooked on like a show like that in a while. Like, the shows I've been watching more recently have just been like lighthearted comedy drama things, I guess. I don't know, like Community or Sex Education, which I like binged in like a week. So it's been good watching Squid Game, like, you know, wanting to find out what's happening. I haven't had that in a show in a while, except for like Attack on Titan, but like, yeah, I haven't had that in like a real live action show in a hot minute. I used to watch like so much TV, and that's not to say I watch like less media now, because I stare at a screen just for longer because I'm home all the time because of lockdown. But like, when I was in like year 7, year 8, year 9, I just like watched so much stuff. Like, I watched all of Doctor Who and Supernatural and Sherlock, which like there aren't many episodes of, but like the episodes are fucking so long, like they're all a movie pretty much. But like, I just used to watch them all the time, and I don't know how, because I just can't these days. All I watch is like YouTube, and it's so weird because I'll be like, whoa, a movie that I like have been told is good and do want to watch, but it's an hour long. It's like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. A random video essay about a video game that I have never heard of and will never play. Sign me up, baby. Or even a video essay about a thing I didn't care about before this video, but I've seen the essay before. Sign me the fuck up. It's just, yeah, I don't know if that's anything to do with like my attention span changing, because like it's not. Like, I just haven't even finished it yet, but like I've been watching a video essay about Blair White for like 3 hours. I don't really care about Blair White. Like, I care about her in that I don't really like her, but I don't need someone else to tell me all the things she's done wrong. I generally know them, and I'm like, don't need convincing on like why she's not good, you know? But it's interesting, to say the least. I need to bake something, because I want to, and we don't have any cake, but at the same time, the thing I chosen to bake seems like it'll take a lot of effort, so I don't really want to. I feel like when I started this, when I was thinking about it, I had more of a plan as to what I would talk about, and like a sequence of how that would go. However, I am not able to talk coherently without writing down everything I want to say first, and I didn't write anything down. So I just rambling. Oh, there was other stuff I want to say. It was about K-pop. Okay, I don't know if any of you care. I have so many opinions about K-pop, and I have no one to tell them to, because like none of my friends are into it, and like they let me tell them things about it, but like it's not the same as talking to someone who like knows about it, you know? Because like, even if they let me talk about it, which is very nice of them and I like it, it's just me going, here's this thing, and them going, oh yeah, you know? Basically, I had thoughts about stuff. Oh, you know those accounts on TikTok where they're like small K-pop accounts, and they just use fan cams and then like post their opinions either about K-pop or just like they'll just be like diary entries for people. The ones that are diary entries are like generally fine, like just express yourself, girl, you get it. But like sometimes the ones where it's opinions, oh, I think they're gonna be the death of me, either because like the accounts or the comments themselves are taking stuff way too seriously, and when I say that, I'm not referring to like stuff like scandals in K-pop where they should be taken seriously, but I mean like arbitrary shit like fan wars or the thing that gets me the most annoyed is the 4th gen leader debate. Holy shit, I don't care about it at all. It doesn't exist. What does a 4th gen leader even mean? Do you know what a leader does? They lead a group of people. Just because someone's the most popular doesn't mean they're leading shit. And like, yeah, what happens if you convince people that like your group is the leader or like part of the leaders? What happens if you get that? Fucking nothing, because it's not real. It's just, it's so frustrating. I don't know. So like, yeah. Also, when the trend at the moment is to make like those indirect opinions videos, which like I get, go off, but at the same time, a lot of like in a lot of the videos they just end up saying who the opinions are about in the comments, and like I don't think it's, I don't know, yeah. So it kind of defeats the purpose, because obviously people want to know who they're talking about. So just like say it, bestie. Just say it with your full chest. Say you don't think someone's a good dancer. It's okay. Because honestly, it should be okay. People shouldn't get like ferociously attacked for their opinions and stuff. I understand if it's being like unnecessarily mean to someone. But like saying an idol isn't as good at something as another idol isn't that bad. And also, it's not slander. I see that word thrown around so often. I'm not slandering someone by saying I don't like their music. Slander is if I lie. You can't lie about an opinion, you know? Going off that, the culture within the K-pop community of like you're not being able to criticize or like say you don't like any music or songs, like the biggest thing I'm thinking about at the moment has been like the TXT, the new version of Love Song with Mod Sun on it, and then also Sticker by NCT, because I don't like either of those. TXT are like my favourite group at the moment, love them. I don't like that feature. Mod Sun doesn't sound good on the track, sorry. And then Sticker's just not good, I'm sorry. It's just, something went wrong with the production of that song. Something went wrong. The vocals are really good, but something in the production is wrong. But anyway, obviously people are making fun of those songs because they're not that good. People are allowed to do that. And then everyone's like, and then not everyone, but like other people are just like, oh, you're just on the hate train, or stop saying this. Like, people are just gonna use this as a way to attack TXT. It's like, no one is gonna use a song of theirs where the thing people don't like is the feature to attack TXT. Also, who's attacking TXT? I'm sure they exist, but like I've never seen antis in my life. You know? I don't look the best. Sorry, but you know, whatever. That last clip ended very suddenly. Basically, I just stopped because like my door was open, the house was open, and my mum and brother got home. And it's weird to have them hear me talking, because I don't talk very much to myself, but like if I'm in my room and I'm talking, they're like, what the fuck? So yeah, and I just rather not explain what I'm doing, you know? Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background, but thank you for watching. Sorry this video is a bit different. I am trying to get a new, better one out as soon as I can. It's just everything, the frog vests didn't work, and then I tried painting, and then I didn't like it. So, you know, I'm trying. Let me know if you'd like just to see the video of me making the frog vest when it fails, and then at the end me just being kind of sad that it's failed. Yeah, let me know if you liked this, if there's anything you want me to talk about. Yep. Apparently we're going out of lockdown in like 2 weeks, which is kind of scary, because I'll have to talk to customers again, and I'll have to mandate, or like, not mandate, I'll have to check vaccine status, and I don't get paid enough to fight with people. I don't get paid enough to fight with anti-vaxxers, you know? Anyway, sorry, random tangent, maybe I'll put that before. Anyway, hope you're going well, hope you're alright, and again, hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time, hopefully with more to show. Okay, bye!